Hey, what's up guys? It's Merc here. I'm going to be going over this super quick because I already did this once and forgot to record my microphone. Who's a genius? I am. Okay, so basically I'm taking you through the spec that I'm going to be running next patch and I guess on my Undead Rogue just to practice and have a bit of a play around with it. So I'm sticking with Subterfuge. Sorry, a bit of background before I get into the spec. Killing Spree is really overpowered on the PTR right now. Yes, for the record, I do think it is kind of overpowered right now. Like, it does way too much damage. It's a one-button ability that they shouldn't have necessarily buffed. I'd much rather have more damage on a single attack or something. Or more damage on, like, an ability that wasn't just a press this button and kill something ability. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of dumb. That's just my opinion. I did have fun with this spec back in Wrath of the Lich King. So, who knows, could be fun next patch as well, but anyway, I'm going to take you through my talent choices for this spec. I'm going to keep it quick. So I've taken Subterfuge. I did have a play around with Shadow Focus, just to see if I could get any extra burst, but Subterfuge won out on the usefulness scale. Good for getting away. Those extra 3 seconds can come in handy if you're trying to get away, or if you just need an opener. Perhaps you got a really kind of lousy opener, someone AoE'd you out. But, you know, Subterfuge is still active, so you can still open on them. It's that get out of jail free card. That's why I love Subterfuge. Combat Readiness, right? I've taken that. It's the main defensive cooldowns us rogues have. Even though Evasion's getting a buff next patch, I think I'll still need Combat Readiness unless I'm going to be fighting, like specifically dueling a caster without a pet. Like, if I was dueling a mage, where both the mage and the pet are casting, I'd probably pick, like, Deadly Throw instead of Combat Readiness. Although I don't usually bother, just because I can usually kill mages without bothering with Deadly Throw. Chi Death I've taken once again because I wanted to run Wound Poison and Mind Numbing Poison. Leeching Poison, good for PvE, kind of lackluster in PvP. It just doesn't have enough usefulness. I mean, chances are if you're doing enough damage to make Leeching Poison worthwhile, then you're not going to be dying anyway. Shadowstep, I've taken over Burst of Speed. Burst of Speed on the PTR looks kind of good. 15 energy as opposed to 30 energy, so it's it's gotten a bit of a buff, but it's not good enough to make me want to take it, basically. Shadowstep still wins out for me on that one. Cloak of Dagger is, of course, kind of useless now since it got nerfed. So, sticking with Shadowstep. Prey on the Weak, I've taken over Paralytic. That's changing up from my sub-spec. Because with this spec, you can get 8-second kidney shots. So, basically, that's 8 seconds of an extra 10% damage. And if you combo that up with Killing Spree and your Shadow Blades and your Trinket, and, you know, are marked for death, 5-point eviscerate or something, you're going to be doing a whole lot of damage. It's just ridiculous, especially on the PTR. I can't stress that enough. Next patch, Killing Spree, this spec. Maybe not this specific spec, but Killing Spree in general. It's going to be totally overpowered. It's going to be ridiculous. And that brings me to the last one. Marked for Death. I've taken it over Shuriken Toss because Shuriken Toss kind of sucks now. It's just too much of an energy hog. You end up spamming it like you did last patch. You throw it a couple of times and you're already out of energy. So I've taken Marked for Death just for that little bit of extra burst damage. A little less utility, obviously, with casters. Or obviously, I might take Shuriken Toss against certain casters. Going back to that whole Deadly Throw thing. That's the kind of only changes I'd really make to this spec. And quickly going to Glyphs, I've taken Blind, same as Sub. I've taken Adrenaline Rush, which I don't know if it's in the game next patch. I hope it is. That's just a little bit more burst damage as well when you pop Adrenaline Rush. Glyph of Shiv, I've taken for that mind-numbing Shiv against casters. Basically, if you Shiv mind-numbing onto your target, it increases the casting time of the next spell cast by 100%. So, very helpful against casters. You know, not much else. Probably next patch I'd change Glyph of Shiv to a Glyph of Energized Healing or something. Basically the one that makes it so that whenever you have Recuperate up, you take 20% more healing. That's a big one. I like playing with healers, so that's really going to come in handy next patch if I do Arena. When I do Arena, I guess I'll do Arena at some point. So anyway, those are my talent choices for 5.4. That's what I'm going to be running, at least until I find something better to show you guys. I thought I'd make this little video. Been a little slack lately. I've been going through some stuff of my own. I'm sure everyone's been there. But hopefully this helped you guys out, and hopefully I'll see you next video. Feel free to hit the video with a like if it helped, and I'll see you next video. This is Merc out. Cheers.